Oh my god, Christine, why have you not seen Weapons yet? Well, now I have, and this is my spoiler-free review or my initial thoughts for this movie. I actually might need to rewatch this one, to be honest. Being that this is another film by Zach Krieger's, because I really liked Barbarian a lot, I had to make sure to check this one out, especially with everyone hyping it up recently for the past 2 weeks. And I just got really curious about it, and aside from that, my mom really wants me to check this out, so I went ahead, gave it a shot, and now we're here. So the story follows the 17 kids that just got up from their bed. They all woke up and ran away from their homes at the exact same time, which is 2:17 a.m., and all of a sudden they just all randomly mysteriously disappeared. And being that this is a spoiler-free initial thoughts or review, I will have to start with the positives of this movie. Knowing that the movie provided a narrative, non-linear structure right off the bat was definitely something I enjoyed, and it is something that sparked my interest right away. I also like the fact how they just kept giving you these clues, more of like breadcrumbs, especially in the first act, just to keep you guessing throughout the film. For the most part, I really enjoyed that one. I don't appreciate my hand being held throughout a movie, so that was a nice touch. Also, I actually really enjoyed the characters in this movie. I thought their performances were really well executed and they were convincing enough, and I'm not just speaking about the main characters. Like, there were other characters in here as well that stood out for me, and I thought they did great. Also, the cinematography from this movie is really stunning. The visuals were just really good. There were some scenes that really genuinely scared me, and on top of that, the sound design with this movie was just so immersive. It got me hooked, especially on the first act. Another thing that really stood out to me is the practical effects that were used in this film. It was shocking, it was visceral, it was brutal. So with that being said, I will proceed to the parts of this movie that kind of took me out from the movie. I didn't feel like reaching out for my phone on the first act, but on the second act, I was just not as focused or engaged or locked in as I initially was. So I definitely felt the runtime, especially in the middle. I thought it was unnecessary for it to be too far stretched out, in my opinion. Also, there were some scenes in this movie where the jump scares just didn't sit right with me. I'm not sure if it's the threshold that I have for horror, that I don't get scared as easily as I used to be. Could just be a me thing, but I'm not sure. Horror is subjective. What scares me might not be scaring you, and what scares you might not be scaring me, so. However, I really like the dark, eerie, atmospheric tone to this film. It definitely brings me back to Barbarian on some of the scenes. Also, for the most part, this movie felt like a comedy thriller with some horror elements in there. I know a lot of people might disagree with me, but that's just my opinion. With that being said, I actually had a lot of fun on this movie, more than I had with Barbarian. Overall, I still think this was a great, solid, decent watch for me. I highly recommend anyone that has not seen this to go check this one out and formulate your own opinions. It was fun and I really liked it. I know a lot of people has really enjoyed this movie, that it ended up being their top one, and they absolutely loved it, and I respect that. Honestly, I need a rewatch, but at this time, I would rate this at about 3.5 stars on my letterbox. It might change, it might not, well, I guess we'll see. So if any of you guys have seen this movie, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, as I cannot wait to hear about them.